Okay, good morning everyone. Okay, as you can see the heading here, okay, you know very well what we are going to look at. We are going to look at exponential graph today. So the examples that I'm going to go through is example 13 based on the lecture note. Before we see in detail how to sketch the graph, okay, let me remind you, okay, how the basic shape should look like and what are the tips and tricks that we can use in order to sketch the graph. Okay, first of all, every time before you sketch the graph, it is very important you know how the basic shape looks like. Okay, so here for this exponential graph, we got two basic shape. One is y equal to ex, and the other one is y equal to e power negative x. It is very important that we know these two shapes. So the first one, okay, draw the x-axis, the y-axis. This is how the graph should look like. Okay, this one going on forever. This guy getting as close as possible to 0, but then will never touch or cross. Okay, so in other words, this will act as an asymptote. Okay, and this one on the other side, okay, will be having a behavior like this. Okay, this one will get as close as possible to 0, but then will never touch cross. It is very important that every time when we draw a graph, we go and find the y-intercept, okay, because that's the easiest. So this one, y-intercept at x equal to 0, y power 0, you're going to get 1. Likewise here, okay. Why the graph behaves like that, okay, I will explain in another video. Okay, today I will just focus on how to sketch, okay, some of the graph. So here, okay, I just want to remind you, okay, later on when you see the x to be positive, we following the first shape. When you see the x to the power of negative, then we following the second shape. Take note of that. Okay, so without wasting time, let me show you, okay, how we are going to go and sketch the graph. Okay, so the first example will be, let me get rid of this first. Okay, the first example going to be fx equal to ex minus 2. Okay, so this one, okay, what I'm going to do, very simple. Okay, I'm going to use whatever tricks that I've used in the previous functions, okay, to sketch a graph here. So for example, okay, if say I were to have a negative in front, okay, that will be reflecting about the x-axis. If I have plus minus, okay, behind, that would mean I'm shifting the graph up or down by a certain unit. So here, the graph that I will consider first is this guy here. Okay, so that means first we can consider ex. Then minus 2 will mean I'm pulling the graph down by 2 units. Okay, so first we can go and look at this graph. Okay, this graph we already know, we can sketch very easily. And for this one, the y-intercept will be 1. Okay, and the asymptote will be y equals to 0. Now if we go and do the minus 2, what is going to happen is this 1, okay, will now be 1 minus 2 negative 1. Then this y equal to 0 now will become y equal to negative 2. So this is how our graph looks like.